And the final video in the series of Selenium demo is going to be keyword driven from database. And this video is there to emphasize the usage of keyword driven concept as well as the database concept. The same keyword driven from Excel is now, instead of going to be driven from database, instead of being taken from the Excel, the keywords are going to be pulled out from the database. And the database is something what I've created locally on my machine using a MySQL database, and I'll just show you a sample of the database using MySQL workbench. I've just updated a database with the name test steps, and the database has test step ID, test case ID, test step IDs, and then again description, action, object, and data. So the same database what you found there in Excel is going to be pulled in here, and the database is going to be tested over here. Data from the database is going to be pulled in and it's going to be tested in this environment. Getting back to the keyword driven project, we have already described about the databases over there. On your keyword driven execution code, it is actually a test-ng code where you can define where from the data are being pulled, from Excel or from SQL database. From SQL database you have another class that is defined in configuration, wherein you can just pull it from SQL database and in utility. So there are packages of classes available here, and to work with SQL database we need to specify the database location with respect to localhost, the username and the password, and finally when we drive the code across from your Excel. So now instead of putting that the data are coming from Excel, if I'm going to update that the data are going to come from JDBC, that is SQL database, at this point from which data are my test going to run, if I'm going to update with SQL DB, that is the name of the SQL database test driver, and if I'm going to just save this and execute the code with the same XML, it's going to drive the same functionality, but all my keywords are going to come down from database. As you can see here, the things are going to get in from database one by one. The connectivity with the database is initiated with the link which we provided in database connectivity process. It's going to just open the web page Magento Commerce, going to get on sign in and going to do the same sign up process, but your test cases are going to be driven from the database. That is the only difference over here, and you can see that the database is updated with the same details. So these codes to initiate from which table it has to pull out, everything is going to be the basic Java database connectivity system, JDBC. So Selenium is not going to give you a headset that is different from Java, because we drive Selenium from Java. The normal Java database connectivity, JDBC, is only going to support in the process of Selenium database connectivity as well. And this is to just show that all the data could be pulled out from the database. The same could be used in the process of assertion and reasonings, or to put in some usernames and passwords taken out from the database, or to check your database once the details are updated. And this is how the database connectivity is achieved all throughout. And once the execution is complete, you will get the same result output as you got earlier with respect to Excel. The last 3 test cases will fail again, because it is going to work on the already existing account, the same criteria and the same scenario again. So this is all about Excel and database testing with respect to Selenium. Thank you.